Aloha and welcome to the Friday Jam Session. I'm Tom Gaddis, and today on this session, we're going to talk about the 5-minute agency site. I'm actually going to show you how to clone our 7-figure agency website without hiring a designer. I'm also going to answer the age-old question we get all the time: do I need a website to start making money with digital services? I think my answer might surprise you. And I'm also going to go over what makes a great website if you're just getting started or if you're an established agency owner. We're going to cover all of that on today's jam session. Plus, I'm going to take your questions and we're going to share our Shark shout out wins. So welcome everybody. Excited to have you here. I'm your host, Tom Gaddis. I'm the co-founder of Offline Sharks. Me and my business partner, Nick Ponte, we have Offline Sharks. Plus, we have an agency called Mina Marketing that does just under $2 million a year selling digital services to local businesses in Hawaii. And I'm going to share my screen for a couple of things, and then we are going to dive right into today's training. So, one of the things we believe here at Offline Sharks is that you should be getting information from people that are actually doing this stuff. So this is a little screenshot from the last 30 days at Mina Marketing, our agency. You can see this is our Square dashboard. We did 2 cents over 66 grand in the last 30 days. We actually have billing that comes through Square as well. This is just a small portion, but I'm only showing you this to just say that, look, what we're going to talk about on today's video and on this channel and on all the things we do at Offline Sharks is directly pulled from what we're actually doing day to day at Mina Marketing. This is my business partner, Nick Ponte, on the left. Some of you might know him from his YouTube videos. That's him in Dallas accepting our Platinum Award, which is an award High Level gives out for helping local businesses with SaaS and selling SaaS subscriptions, things like that. So we do a lot of that as well, and train on that and what we're doing. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, today we're going to talk about an agency website. And this is a sneak little peek at the agency website that we used all the way up until about a year ago. So why did we change? What's wrong with this website? Well, nothing's wrong with this website. So we actually went through a rebranding. So we were Nick Ponte Marketing for a long time. We decided we wanted to remove a name from the agency and make it more Hawaii kind of sounding and focused. So we settled on Mina Marketing. We did a complete rebrand. So for those of you that are worried about selecting a name, don't worry about it. We had Nick Ponte for a long time. Then we moved to Mina Marketing. Our clients didn't miss a beat. It was actually a pretty simple process to transition. So don't get wrapped up in spending a lot of time thinking of a name. Just pick something, get going. You can always change it later. But this website is the website that we've used for 4 or 5 years as we went from 6 figures to a 7-figure agency. And I wanted to point out a couple of things about this website. So one, you can see this is a pretty good looking website, right? We got a lot of content on here and things like that. But when I talk to a lot of people about their websites and what they're doing with their agencies, one, the question I get a lot is, do I even need a website to get started? Now, the answer to that depends a lot on you. So for instance, when I was getting my agency off the ground, I didn't have a website, and it didn't slow me down one bit. Like, I was prospecting constantly. I was out there talking to local businesses. I was signing clients. No one ever really asked me about a website. I never brought it up. It just wasn't a thing. But maybe you're the kind of person that you want that confidence builder, right? You want a website like that just makes you feel more like a real business and will make you feel better when you're out there talking to potential prospects. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Here's the biggest problem I see new people make when they're trying to generate income online with digital services. They spend an overwhelming amount of time trying to get their website perfect. They want to have the perfect name. They want to have all the perfect headlines, the perfect content. They will work on their website months, sometimes even years, And this keeps them stuck. It keeps them from actually generating income because instead of being out there and getting clients and sending invoices and getting paid, which is the goal, they're just working on this thing that at the end of the day is not going to be the difference maker in whether you're successful or not. I hate to burst your bubble for all you website lovers out there, but your website will not make or break your success selling digital marketing services. What is going to make or break your success is the actions you take on a daily basis, mainly prospecting. What prospecting systems do you have in place? What outreach messages are going out? Are you actually having conversations with potential prospects where you can turn them into paying clients? That's what's going to make the real difference. So for any of you that are out there that are new, my biggest tip for you would be get a website that looks good, something that will work, but don't spend more than a few days tweaking this thing, right? And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can just copy this website without having to hire a designer and have this website. You can put your logo on it, change it however you want, but just don't spend a lot of time doing that. Get something that's good enough and then get out there and start prospecting. That is what is going to actually lead you to success. Now, that being said, I do want to point out one other thing about this website that I think so many newer people overlook. Like if I were to ask you, what is the most important part of this website? What would you say? Some people might say, oh, well, the design. Some people may say the headline. Some people may say the copy on the page or the images, right? Maybe some people say, well, it's the services that you offer, the about page, your portfolio is important. Look, when you are getting your business off the ground and trying to get traction, I'm not saying those things aren't important, but they are not the make or break things. And if you're new, you probably don't have a portfolio to showcase anyway. So what is the most important thing on this website? Well, it's actually this little section right here called Discovery Page. So what is a discovery page? Well, a discovery page is a page where the potential prospect gives you information about the project that they would like to hire you for. So you can see we have discovery pages for all the services we offer at the agency: websites, SEO, social media, paid ads. Now, how do these discovery pages impact what you're doing? Well, number one, you will never have to wonder again what to charge a client. And I'm going to show you how we do that here in just a second. But number two, you will always know what the client's looking for and if you can help. This is just going to save you a lot of hours, a lot of wasted time when you put these discovery pages in place. Now, this is the discovery page for our social media marketing form. So this is what a discovery page looks like. And if you have an agency website right now and you do not have these pages, you need to add them as soon as possible, ASAP. These pages are critical, and I'll explain how we use them with prospects here in just a minute. But this is a basic discovery page, and you can see we do it in steps. So first we start by asking for their name, their email, their phone number, the website. And then as they click through, we ask them questions about their project. Are you currently doing social media? Have you worked with other social media companies before? What's the biggest problem you're facing with your social media? And then we have one critical question in there as well that's like, what's your budget for this project? And we give them a few different ranges they can select from. That one question right there will save you so much time, because Nick and I, when we were first getting the agency off the ground, we would spend a lot of time talking to potential clients, working on proposals, building things for them, only to find out they had a budget of $100 and we couldn't help them. When we started to implement this discovery form and ask that question, what's your budget range for this project? Our lives became much easier, because then we could tailor our proposals to the budget of the client. And so the way that we explain this to people is we say, look, marketing is a lot like building a house. Like, you can build the biggest house on the block, or you can have a house that's good enough, that does what a certain thing that you want, right? But it depends on your budget, right? If you only have a few $1,000s, you may need to do this. If you have unlimited budget, then we can do different things. So we need to know kind of a range of what your budget is so that we know what type of things to put together and how to best help you. Because if your budget is smaller, we're going to do different things versus if your budget is larger, right? We may focus on more important, critical things if it's small. And when it's bigger, we may be able to expand that out and just do more stuff for you. So the discovery form gives you a non-confrontational way to ask that question and get that information. I remember the first time Nick and I got a discovery form for the website and the client's budget was over $8,000. We about fell out of our chairs because we had never charged that kind of money for a website, but this client had that budget for it, right? So we were able to put together a proposal and a package that delivered them a fantastic custom website that was absolutely worth the $7,500 that we charged them, right? So that's the power of this one little step and the impact it can have for you. Now, these discovery forms, again, if you have an agency website right now and you're not using these, you should be. This is what our process looked like for a long time. You're out and about or somebody messages you or emails you or whatever, and they're like, hey, I'm interested in a website. We would say, awesome, here's a link, go here, fill out this form, and I'll get back to you with some ideas. So we never let up, like we always have the prospect fill out the form before we actually get on a call and talk to them so that we can be prepared and make sure that what we're offering them is going to make sense and help solve their problem. It also lets us know that if they don't have a budget we can work with or something like that, we can just tell them right then, hey, we got the form, but look, honestly, if you want it, what you're trying to do that, you're going to need a budget of at least this. Are you able to do that? If not, then we don't want to waste your time, right? So these are very, very, very powerful things to help your prospecting and get those initial clients off the ground. So this is what a discovery form page looks like. Here's what the services page to this website look like as well. Here's the social media page. You can see great graphics. Here's the web design page as well. So I'm not going to keep you in suspense anymore. How about I just show you how you can actually get this exact website and copy it without a designer. So one of the tools that we use at our agency that we've been using for a while is a software called High Level. And we actually built this website directly inside High Level. So if you have our AI Profit Center snapshot, you actually have this website already. It is a part of that snapshot. Now, if you don't have that snapshot, just bear with me. I'll give you a link where you can go download that snapshot along with a free 30-day trial of High Level. Not only will you get this exact website, you'll get a bunch of other bonuses as well. This is the page you're going to go to. There's a little video here of Nick explaining everything. But this is all the amazing stuff that you get included with our 30-day trial of High Level. This is a snapshot. It'll be loaded instantly into your account. And if you want to do that, all you have to do is go to, let me find this here. I'm going to put the link along the bottom of this video. So if you just go, there it is, offlinesharks.com/profit-center. You'll go to this page and you'll be able to sign up and get a free 30-day trial along with our snapshot. Now, if you're already a high-level user or you already have our snapshot, if you already have our snapshot, you have this website in your account already. I'm going to show you where to access it, how to edit it, how to do all that stuff. If you're already a high-level user, you can reach out to our support, offlinesharks.com/support, and they can give you directions on what to do to get our snapshot if you already have a high-level account. All right, with that out of the way, let me dive right into the training and show you how to clone this website, get it set up in just a matter of minutes. So I've logged into my high-level account. I'm in the sub account where I loaded the snapshot. So when you load our snapshot, you'll put it in a sub account. This is the sub account for that. I'm just going to go down this left-hand menu to sites. And up here in the top, you'll see there's funnels, websites, stores. So we're going to go to websites, and you'll see right here is the agency website. So this website was imported with your AI Profit Center snapshot. So if you just click on this, you will see that this is a 15-page website that you already have. It's already built, already out there. So if you want to preview the pages, you can just click these little preview links and it will take you to the pages. But again, here is the home page. That's what that looks like. Here's the social media discovery form. Here's the social media page. Here's the website page. But all these pages already completely built out right here. All you have to do is attach a domain to this website. And the way you do that is just by going to settings, and then there's please select a domain. So whatever domains you have in your high level account, you can just pick the one you want to use right here in this drop down. Now, if you don't have any domains added, then you can just click add edit domains, and it'll walk you through the process of adding your domain. That way you can, it'll show up in the drop down box and you just select it, and boom, you have a 15-page agency website from a 7-figure agency up, ready to go, complete with the discovery forms and things like that. So these are some of the website settings that you can check out. And then if you want to edit the pages of this site, it's very easy to do that as well. All you have to do is go, like we'll go to the contact page. So I'm just going to click edit. And this opens up the high level editor, which is just a drag and drop editor. And you'll see on the right, this shows what element is selected, and then you can edit things over here. So see how when I highlight this, this is purple. So that is a column, and the orange is an element. And so this is a text element, this contact us. So if I just click in here, I can change this to whatever I want. And then when I click save, it will save those changes. Now I'm not going to save that, but I can go in here and edit the graphics as well if I want. Anything on this page, I can change this address to my address. If I want to change this image right here, I just click on the image and you'll see how this right sidebar changed. Now, if I scroll down, here's the image right here. I can just click on this little picture and it will open up images for me to switch out. And one of the great things about High Level is that they come with Unsplash, Pixabay. So you don't have to have your own images. So like if I just wanted to find a, I'll just put woman on phone and then I click search. These are all royalty-free images that come included with your High Level account that you can pick and use if you want to switch out that image. So I could just select one of these and boom, it would change this image to the image I selected. Or if I had my own image, I could upload that as well. All right. So, and it's as simple as that. You click save when you're done. You can go back and you can edit all of the pages that way. I don't want to save any of those changes, but super duper easy to have this agency site up and running. Again, if you want to have this snapshot, just go to offlinesharks.com/profit-center if you don't have it, and you can load it in and get this as well. All right, I'm going to come over to the comments. We're going to start taking some questions, and we're also going to do some shark shout outs as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here for a second, and let's see who's all in here. Man, look at all these people in here. Chandra, Bill, Philip, Desmond. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to go through some of these questions, and then here in a minute, we'll dive into some shark shout outs and go through some of that stuff. Philip said, what about global changes? Philip, that is a great question. So let me share my screen again, and I will show you that real fast. So there are global settings on a website. So like, I'm not sure what all the global settings are here. Let's just see and double check. So like if I click on, so if I click on this little plus in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see these sections, rows, elements, and then there's global sections. So if I click on that, you can see the global sections for this website are the about section, the footer, and the footer copyright. So if I want to change the footer copyright, instead of going to every page and changing the footer, I can just come to any page, click on this plus, go to global sections, and just click edit. And now I can change the footer copyright to whatever I want and just click update, and it will change it on all the pages. So this is just a handy way to be able to change various things without having to go to each individual thing and change them page by page. So that's a great question. Thanks for that, Philip. Hopefully that answers that for you. All right. Let me come back through here. I'm going to scroll up just a little because I know I've missed some questions. CTA. Oh, yeah, I see everybody's comments. That's awesome. Okay, can you share the link of your website that you are showing? So, Chandra, I don't have a domain connected to this, but I can just give you the preview link if you want. So here, I'm just going to click on the preview link. I'll pop this in the chat and you can see it's not connected to a domain, so I don't know how, like, all the functionality might not be there, but you can at least see that front page. All right. Yeah, it's a demo, but there's a preview link that you can check it out if you want. Daniel says, I have it. Very beautiful, very easy to update and add your own logo. Yes, it is. Super easy to do that. It's just the same way I showed you with the picture. That's how you change out the logo. Valerie says, can we just have a regular WordPress link? Valerie, this website is not built in WordPress. It's built inside of High Level. Philip says he's looking at renaming his agency. Do it, Philip. We did it. We didn't have any issues with that. So Patty says, hey, Tom, if we have Go High Level questions, what support do we use? That I remembered you said, Patty, you use our regular support. So if you have Go High Level questions, you just submit a ticket at offlinesharks.com/support, or you can show up here every Friday. I'm here live every Friday. You can ask me your questions and I will do my best to help you as well. But just our regular support desk, they will be able to get you situated and help you out there as well. And also, you know, if you're in any of our paid programs, make sure you show up to those calls as well, because that's a great place to do it as well. JC, no, we don't have anything about AI services yet. And this is what I mean about a website doesn't make or break you, right? Like, we are selling AI services, a lot of them right now, but we don't really have them listed on our website. So that doesn't, like, having them on your website isn't going to be the difference maker. The difference maker is going to be, are you reaching out to customers and telling them about your AI services, offering them a great foot in the door offer and getting them on board? That's what's going to make the difference, right? We talked about global changes. Daz says, where do you import the snapshot into a sub account? Daz, that's a great question, and I can go through that for you. Awesome to see you here, by the way, Daz. Let me share my screen here, and I will answer this question for Daz. So, okay, so I am in the in my High Level account. So to add a snapshot to a sub account, you have to go to your agency view. So see this little right under my logo here, this little drop down. If I click that, it says switch to agency view. So I'm going to switch to agency view, and it drops me off on this sub accounts tab. So if I want to add a snapshot, all I have to do is find the sub account that I want to add it to. So let's say I want to add it to Tom's agency. Okay. Now these three little dots, it says switch to sub account. And then to the right, there's three little dots. I'm going to click those, and you see this manage client. I just click that. And now this is the Tom's Agency sub account. And in the upper right, there's this actions button. And the very first action is load snapshot. So I'm going to click on that. And then I can just select the snapshot that I want to add. So I'm going to add the AI Profit Center snapshot right here. And then I just click proceed. And I just leave all of this stuff. Select all. It's going to check, make sure there's no conflicts. There's no conflicts. And then I just click proceed. And now that snapshot has been loaded into the Tom's Agency sub account. So if I go back to this sub account, I will now have that agency website where I didn't have it before. All right, Daz, I hope that helped you out there. Valerie says, what form would I use if you don't want to use high level? So Valerie, we actually have a WordPress plugin called Local Fee Finder that you can put on a WordPress site, and it automatically creates all of those discovery forms. Valerie, if you submit a ticket, go to offlinesharks.com/support and just tell the team to give you a special link for Local Fee Finder. If you want to grab it, then you can use that. Or you can create them from scratch yourself if you have some type of form plugin. So you could get a generic form plugin and just build them all out yourself if you want. Local Fee Finder is nice because we have them all pre-built and you just load them right in. So you might be able to do that. Let's see. We got this. Talked about that. Daniel says, a couple of questions. Can I turn off one of the pages without deleting, like the portfolio page? And two, I tried adding a blog page, but running into issues as it asked me to import from ClickFunnels. Daniel, I'm not sure about the ClickFunnels question. So if you could do me a favor and submit a ticket at offlinesharks.com/support, that way I can have one of our GHL people take a look and see what's going on there. And as to your question about turning the pages off, let me take a look here real quick. You know, I've never turned any of the pages off. We've always used them all, obviously. So I don't think there's an option to just turn them off. Let me... Daniel, when you submit the ticket about the ClickFunnels thing, ask that as well. And let me just double check with the team to make sure I'm not missing something. Because I've never had to do that, turn it off. We just always use the pages that are there. Let me go through here. So we talked about that. Torn says y'all need to wake up. Philip says, I have a question about Agency Growth Machine. How can I tie it into my Go High Level account? I can't afford the all-in Go High Level offer you have right now. So Philip, there are a couple of things. So our Reach system uses a AGM site that's built in WordPress, and then we run all the automations in Reach through High Level. Like that's all built out in High Level, right? So you can just use High Level to build out your automations. So what does that look like? Well, it would look like this. When you add a business to your directory site, you would then go into High Level and add them as an opportunity to a pipeline. And then that would trigger workflows, emails, and things that you want to go out to them. Now, we already have all that stuff built out inside of Reach, but here in about a week, we just had a meeting with the developers. The new skin is done. They're still finishing up some back-end dashboard stuff, but then we're going to be able to roll out our directory site that actually lives in high level. So hang tight. You might be able to use that. That's going to be super affordable. Scott says, hi, Tom. I'm already have a high level account and not through you guys. How do I get the snapshots since they will not automatically be loaded? So Scott, if you can just go to offlinesharks.com/support and let the team know your situation, then they can walk you through the process for that and what we're doing there. Mohammed says, one question from your previous videos. Let's suppose we got a client for a website and we provide them website using Go High Level pre-made templates. But now if I don't pay monthly payments of Go High Level, then they will lose those sites of clients. Will not work. Yes. So if you have clients that are paying you for websites at High Level, you have to keep your High Level account active, obviously. So Mohammed, the pre-built website strategy that you're talking about that I did in that YouTube video, once you sell someone a pre-built website, your next step after delivering that website should be to offer them some type of monthly recurring service. Okay. So I'll give you a great illustration of that. So one of the features inside of Go High Level is the missed call text back. And you can set it up with an AI agent that does all the responding. Okay. Not a voice agent, but like a chat agent. So basically what happens is somebody calls the business phone number. They don't answer the phone. The person who called gets a text that says, hey, sorry, I missed your call. How can I help you? And now when the person who called starts asking questions, it's an AI chatbot that is interacting with them and answering questions. And it can actually walk them through the process and get them to book an appointment or whatever you want to do. So that's a service that you could charge monthly for. So one of the ways that I would tie that into the pre-built websites is you find somebody, they're like, yes, I want the pre-built website. You're like, awesome. You get it all set up. And then you say, hey, just as an extra way of saying thank you, I'm going to give you 30 days free of a feature that I built, a little software that actually replies to missed calls for you with an AI chatbot. So just try it out for 30 days. And if you like it, then it's just, $97 a month after that. And now you have somebody that's actually paying your high level, right? Because you can bring them into those recurring monthly services. So the pre-built website is really just the first step. That's our foot in the door. Our goal after that is to sign them up for some type of monthly recurring service, either the missed call text back. You could set up a voice AI number. You could also do social media posting. There's lots of things that we train about that you can charge monthly for here that you'll see that you can add on the back end. So hopefully that kind of clears that up for you. Let me take a look here, and we're going to do some shark shout outs. Yes. So Philip, we have built in the ability to just take what you have in your current AGM and move it right into the new platform. So yeah. Yeah, Philip, I'm with you. I just said 97 off the top of my head, but I mean, that's obviously a low number. I'd make it even more than that. Awesome. He says, got it. Fantastic. All right. So, every week on the show, not only do I like to take your questions and answer any and try to help solve any problems or questions you have, I also like to share the wins that we have in our community. So I want to take a few minutes right now and do what we call Shark Shoutouts. This is where we celebrate the wins that people share in our Facebook and our school group about the clients they've got, following different strategies that we do and things like that. Before I do that, though, I do want to give one big shout out to my wife. Yesterday was our 19-year wedding anniversary, and I can't tell you guys how important it has been for me to have a good partner in this wild, crazy journey of entrepreneurship. I feel very fortunate that I found someone that was willing to stick with me through the tough times and the crazy ideas. And when she thought it would never work, just kind of held her tongue and toughed it out. And, now we get to go through some of the good times and also the ups and downs. But big shout out to my wife. I love you, honey. It's been a great 19 years, and I'm looking forward to many more. All right. So now that I got that out of the way, let's do some shark shout outs. So I am going to pull up another screen here, and let's see. We want to pull up, first and foremost, our accountability check-in. So these are all the sharks that are holding themselves accountable. And I love seeing this list grow. A few weeks ago, there was only about 5 or 6 people on here, and it just seems to get longer and longer the more attention we call to it. So if you are in our school community or in the Facebook group, please use that asset to hold yourself accountable. How do you do that? Super duper easy. Super duper easy. Just go in the group and make a post on Sunday night and say, hey, this upcoming week, I'm making a commitment to do these things. This is what's on my to-do list. Then on Wednesday, come back to that post and be like, hey, update on what I've got done, what I still need to get due, or questions you have. Like, hey, I'm running into this problem. Anybody have a way around this? And then on Friday, just go back and click off the things you did. Or if you didn't get something finished, what's your plan to get it finished for the next week? Holding yourself accountable like this, even if no one ever responds to that post, is a super powerful small thing that you can be doing daily to keep moving forward. All right. So shout out to everybody in the accountability post there. So Scott said, how do we get in the school community? So Scott, the school community comes with some of our various programs like Reach, the 100K Club. There are just some different programs we have in the school group as part of those. So if you're in any of those, you're in the school group. And if you join any of those programs, you'll get access to the school group as well. All right. So that is our accountability check-in. Now, let's do some shark shout-outs. First up, Miss Donna Norris, who has been crushing it this past year. Donna brought on a referral client for the website and a weekend program. This is something that we promoted, gosh, it feels like a long time ago, but she sold a $1,997 a month client from the strategy in that program. She signed a new SEO client at $3,500 a month plus a $997 setup fee for database reactivation. And she got 2 new SaaS clients signed up at $597 a month each. Crushing it, Donna. She Sharks in action right there. That is awesome stuff. I love to see this, Donna. Way to go. Next up, Mark signed a junk removal client for AI voice service, price to be determined in exchange for 2 referrals. They also signed an agreement retargeting and Yelp ads, $649 a month with a $499 setup fee. Mark, love to see you getting traction with this stuff. Mark is like the master of selling things to the people he runs into. So Mark was in my prospecting intensive training, and he had a guy come to put blinds in his house, and he sold that guy some marketing services. And I think this junk removal, I can't remember how he said he met this person, but there's opportunity all around you. You just have to be open to it, paying attention, and going out there and grabbing it. So awesome work, Mark. Awesome work. Next up, Chris. His spa client paid for some website work, $1,000 plus increased their SEO spend another $800 a month. They've now moved to a bigger location and asked to sit in on a discussion on opening another location. Chris, man, that is awesome stuff. Great, great stuff. Fantastic. Next up, Franco, lead generation appointment setting services for the following. He got an accounting company in Australia, $750 a month. Bookkeeping and accounting company in Canada, $750 a month. Construction company in Canada, $750 a month. Franco, awesome work. I love seeing you ask questions in the group, taking action, getting out there, getting stuff done. Excellent, excellent stuff. Excellent stuff, Franco. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Next up, we've got Malik. He has $555 landing page for a bookkeeper. And I mean, every time I see this picture, Malik, I'm like, this is great. I wish I could get a picture with a cheetah or a tiger, you know, that'd just be awesome. Anyway, awesome stuff, Malik. Way to go. So that brings this week's, just for this week, the combined total of the wins is $15,041 for the week of March 8th through the 14th. That's all money that you collected. We had nothing to do with that. You just took the action, followed the steps, and got the money. Since the start of 2025, you, the people in our community, have collected a total of $339,202. That is excellent stuff. Way to go. And, you know, I think Shushan reached out to me the other day and was like, since we started tracking this, which I don't know, Cameron, when did we start tracking the wins? Do you know? When did we start tracking the wins? A few years, 3-4 years. Anyway, for the whole time that we've been tracking the wins, we're getting really close to $5 million in money that you all have made with digital marketing services. So we're keeping an eye on that. When we hit that $5 million mark, we are definitely going to be celebrating that, because I think that is an awesome testament to all the people in this community and all the people that are out there taking action and doing. Barbara says we started this in 2021. So 4 years. Yeah. Well, I guess this is the start of the 4th year. So, I mean, that's just an awesome number to me. Like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that you guys have made. So way to go, everybody. Okay. That was our wins. Way to go, everybody. So Cameron said we've been tracking since April of 2021. So yeah, so we just started 2025. So 3 years and what is this? 3 months and almost at 5 million. That's really, really awesome. Really, really awesome stuff. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions about high level, about any of the trainings you're going through, any problems you're running into with clients, anything that you feel like is just holding you back? You're like, man, I just feel stuck because I don't know how to get past this. This is your chance right now on this live stream to ask me, and I will answer them for you. So Patty says, what is Tom reading? So again, I did not grab it and bring it in here. So it's in the other room, but I am still reading a book called, or I'm actually rereading this book. I've read it several times, but I'm rereading it. It's a book called Positioning by Al Rice and Jack Trout. If you have not read it, you should check it out. Barbara said, adding forms to websites. Barbara, I'm going to do my best to kind of give you some directions here. Okay. But I'm going to just tell you right up front, I am not the best at this part. Okay. But I think I have a little general understanding, so I can kind of walk you through part of the process. So I'm going to share my screen here real quick, and I will show you guys just some general information about forms and things in websites. So here I am back in my high-level sub account. I'm on the Sites tab, right? And we're on the Websites part. But if you look in this upper menu, you'll also notice that up here there are forms and surveys, right? So Cameron has tried to explain this to me a gazillion times, because sometimes we use forms. Mostly we use surveys, though, for the way that they work. But when you click on these, like these are the forms from the AI Profit Center snapshot. High level calls these surveys because we built these in surveys, but we did that because of the functionality. Okay, so if you're looking for the discovery forms in the snapshot, they're actually under surveys. I just went on here and clicked surveys, and then you'll see them like this. Okay, here's the discovery forms. So when you click on that folder, you'll see all the discovery forms that are included with our snapshot, right? A website, social media, SEO. So if you want to edit these forms, you can preview them, you can view submissions, you can duplicate them, you can also edit them. So if you click edit, you'll see what the forms look like. So this is the first page, right? Then here's the second page. Do you have existing, like this is the, let me do the social media one because we were talking about that one already. So when you click on this, you can go in and edit these sections any way you want, but you can see the first one is just general information. The second page is tell us about your business. Why should your customers buy from you rather than a competitor? Be specific. What is the typical sales process cycle? What are the short and long-term goals of the company? What product or service would you like to sell more of? So we go through these questions, right? Who's your ideal client? Then we get them, what social media platforms are you currently on? What's your budget? Have you ever done social media marketing? And by the way, the structure of this survey has a little bit of psychology to it as well, because we don't just come out of the gate asking them about budget. I don't know if you noticed that, but like we kind of sneak it in the middle of a bunch of other questions. So our goal here is they're answering questions, thinking about their business, telling us the information. That one comes up, they just answer it and go. We have gotten zero pushback from doing it this way. People just tell us what their budget range is, right? Versus if you try to ask a client, what's your budget? They don't want to tell you. And the reason they don't want to tell you is because they think you're just going to charge them the most money you can, which is not what we're doing. That's not why we ask this question, okay? And I want to make sure you're all very clear on this. We do not ask this question so we can just charge them a bunch of money and not deliver value. Like, we ask them this question because their answer to this question determines what we can and can't do, right? So if their budget is only $500 per month, we have to do different things than if their budget is $1,000 or more per month. All right. That's why we ask them that question. And so if somebody says, why do you need to know my budget? That's what we tell them. Like, we say, well, the reason we need to know is because it does me no good to give you a bunch of things to do for you to only find out that it's going to cost $1,000 a month and you don't have $1,000 a month. Like, now you wasted your time, we wasted our time. So if we have at least a range of what your budget is, then we know that what we're putting together can actually do what you want and it's doable. So that's a very important psychological thing there. So this is how you edit the forms and things like that. You can do that here. And then if we go back to websites, let's go to the social media form. So I'm going to click edit on this page. And you'll see this is the general editor. And then here in this element is the actual form. So to add the form to this page, first you have to have this, in this case, it's a survey, right? You just need to know which one you want to add. You put an element in here, and then you just select it from the drop-down menu. See, I can select any of these and they're instantly in here. So it's very, very easy to do. Okay. So super easy to add the forms that way. And you can put these forms on any page, anywhere you want. All right. So I hope that answered that question for you. All right. Let me go through some of these questions here. Yes. So Brian, welcome. We just met with we meet with the developers every Wednesday morning. They have the front end design cleaned up. Now they're working on the dashboard. So our ETA for that is supposed to be in the next few days, and then we should be able to start rolling that out. So just bear with us. We're on it and we are on them. Sandy says, how much do you suggest charging for just AI chat and for AI chat with missed call text back? And what do you charge for the voice bot? So Sandy, that's a great question. And a lot of the time it depends on the client. So I'll just give you some general guidelines. As you know, I am not a big proponent of just pulling pricing out of thin air. Like, I don't think that is the best way for you to do it. I think the best way for you to do it is to take your specific situation, how much money you need to cover your business expenses each month, how much you want to make in profit, and then determine like, hey, if I'm going to do that, then I need to charge this amount, right? So, but some general guidelines. So there's a company called Podium that basically sells the AI chat, the chat widget feature, like the missed call text back and the chat widget feature. They charge $399 to $599 per month. And I think they do something like $800 million a year. So this is definitely a valuable service to a business owner. So how do you justify charging that though, right? Well, you have to think about it from the business's point of view. If I just go to business and say, hey, I have this thing and it'll just let you know when you miss a call and it'll respond. Who's doing that for you right now? Do you how are you handling missed calls right now? Oh, well, we have John in the office and he tries to call those people back. Well, so you paid, so John is an hourly employee. Yeah, John's, so that means you have unemployment insurance, you pay him like, wow, that's probably like, does John do other, like, that's probably pretty pricey, right? That's probably like a high cost to your business. What if we could take those costs and you could get all of that done 24/7 and it's only $5.99 a month? Like, that sounds like a pretty good deal to a business, right? That's paying somebody to do that right now. So a lot of it depends on your positioning of the offer, what their situation is, what they're trying to do it for. Are you doing this as a foot in the door? Is this the main thing you're trying to sell them? If you're doing it as a foot in the door, you may want to price it lower, right? Maybe you don't want to make money on it because you're just trying to build a relationship with them to sell them other things. So there's so many variables that go into this. I'm always very hesitant to just say, this is what you should charge. This is what you should charge, because it's just not that clean cut, right? You got to think about what you're trying to do, what the value is to the client, what your costs are, what you're trying to make, and then come up with an idea based on that. So, Sandy, it could be anywhere from, $197 a month to $599 a month. And for us at the agency, what we like to do is bundle services together. So typically we're not just selling that one thing, right? Like, we're including it in a package of other things that we're doing for them. Patty, I can tell you're a former bookseller. That is a great read. Daz says, can clients upload their assets like photos for websites into their High Level account? Daz, yes, they can. And High Level also has another really great integration that they just added. Let me show you this real quick as well. So I'm going to share my screen here. So there is a section in the High Level sub account where it says media storage. You see this right here? So if you click on this, a person you can upload images, or they can upload images right here to this My Media. Okay. This is how they store their images on High Level. Now, if you click this little drop-down menu, you'll see the free media that I was talking about. So you actually have access to Unsplash and Pixabay, which are like royalty-free images you can use for stuff. So you can go into these and search them and then add them to your media library if you want. So that's like where these pictures came from. These are from Pixabay or Unsplash. I can't remember which one, right? Or you can upload your own images here, or you can create images using AI, or this is a brand new feature. You can connect your Google Drive directly to your High Level. And then anything that's added here in High Level is synced to your Google Drive, and anything you add in Google Drive is synced here to your High Level. So that is another really awesome feature for people that have lots of assets. Instead of having to load them all in one at a time, you can just connect the Google Drive they have it in and do it that way. So that's a really, really great feature. Yeah, Cameron said, so surveys are basically multi-step forms. Chelsea says, what should you sell first? Should we pick an offer, then find someone to sell to, or should we talk to the potential client and then determine what to sell? Chelsea, that is a great question. Let me see if I can unpack this for you. I'm going to guess maybe, Chelsea, that you might be newer to this. So I would recommend that you pick what we call a foot in the door offer, something that doesn't have a big price tag, something that targets a problem that a lot of small businesses have, preferably something activity-based. And what I mean by that is like SEO, like search engine optimization, is a results-based service, right? Like they expect to be on page 1 if they're paying you for SEO. But providing a AI voice agent is an activity-based service, right? We're providing them this agent. That's what they're paying us for. So it has nothing to do with how many customers they get, how much money they make, or anything like that. Yes, the AI voice agent helps with those things, but it's the AI voice agent that they're paying you for. So they're paying you for the activity of creating that and managing that for them. So I would recommend that you pick something like that. We typically find that when you're first starting out, your chances of running into somebody who needs help with their website is very high. Like usually when you find somebody and you say, oh, I do digital marketing, they'll say, oh, do you do websites? Like I had this designer, they ghosted me, blah, 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 blah. There's lots of businesses that have crappy websites that still don't have a website in 2025. So a lot of times we'll use a foot in the door offer like a pre-built website. Somebody mentioned this earlier on the call. We call this the already done method. So what we do is we use the template websites in high level. Like let's say they have a plumber website. So we will just find a plumber that doesn't have a website and we'll say, hey, I noticed you don't have a website. I've been learning how to build websites and I built this plumber website, but now I don't need it. Would you like to take this exact website for $500? And then when they take that, we'll say, hey, how do you handle your missed calls right now? Because since I just want to give you a little extra bonus, I'm going to give you 30 days of my missed call text back, right? So that's one way we can tie this all together. So Chelsea, I would recommend for what you're trying to do here, pick an offer, something that solves a pretty common problem small businesses have, something that you can relate to that's not a crazy price, maybe somewhere in the $500 range. So it's not like super hard to sell it. And then go find people that have that problem and offer them your solution. And then later, as you get a little more advanced and a little more experience, then you can just find a prospect and say, hey, what do you have going on? Let me see what I can do to help you. Yeah, I agree. Pat, we were the same way. We were afraid of it at first too, but it's been a game changer for us. JC says, when you have several snapshots, how do you know what belongs to what? So JC, you just kind of have to keep track of that, right? Like they don't interact with each other or interfere with each other. So Sherry, when someone fills out the discovery form, then here, I'll show you this. So I'm back in my high level account here. So if I go to the surveys, right, I'm going to go to discovery forms. So let's see this social media marketing form. There's two places I can look. One is if I click on these dots and you see where it says view submission, right here, this would be where all of the submissions would come in. So this is the form, and you can select different forms and see submissions to each one. Okay. Now, I don't have time to go into this right now, but the other thing you can do is you can set up a workflow so that whenever somebody, and I actually think I covered this on this last walkthrough Wednesday training that I did. If you haven't seen that, you might want to check that out because I showed you how you can set up a workflow so that you get notified when somebody fills out a form. So you can set it up in a workflow so that when somebody fills out the form, you get an email. You can even get an SMS message saying that somebody submitted a new form with whatever information you want to see. So there's two ways to do it. One is to go and look at the submissions. The other is to set up a workflow. So if you go check out the How to Keep Clients for Life training that I did this past Wednesday, I talk about it in there. All right. Doran, I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean transfer out of this outfit? What are you talking about? I just use that command budget. Good question. Let me just scroll through these here real quick. If you have any last minute questions, pop them in. And then we got one more thing to do. I'm going to give away some Cash App money, and then we're going to wrap up today's session. So Scott says, is the 4-day AI agency fast track built in high level, or is it part of the Offline Sharks membership site? So the 4-day agency fast track is actually part of the Offline Sharks membership site. Like, that training is all delivered via our website. We do give you the AI Profit Center snap. We talk about the AI Profit Center snapshot and then some other things. So we do talk about high level in that training, and then we also talk about not high level in that training because it's a little more AI focused, but it's not delivered inside high level. Malik, that is a tough question. Are they looking to switch? Like, why are you approaching them? That'd be my question. Dad says great news. Awesome. Frank, do not. Frank says don't do that. All right. Awesome. Fantastic. So, yeah, Malik, we don't like deliberately go target other people that other go high level agencies. So usually if we're talking to a prospect, like, they're coming to us for a service or something we're doing. So, oh, Frank the Tank. Awesome. Yes. Nick and I will both be at the Dallas, the High Level Summit in Dallas on October 13th of this year. Nick and I are both going to be there, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Frank, can't wait to see you in person. Frank, which training are you talking about? So, if you're talking about the How to Keep Clients for Life, I think we have that on. We had some issues with YouTube. Normally we'd be on YouTube, but John, if you just go to offlinesharks.com/support and just submit a ticket there and tell them the training that you want to find, they'll point you in the right direction. Malik says the other agency is do it with, and you're more done for you. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I would just make your case. And, I don't try to do anything sneaky or unethical. Just make your case and be above board about it. And if they switch, they switch. Yeah, Malik, that is exactly what we found in our agency. Like, we just do it for them. Like, we don't hide that we're using high level to our clients. We don't do any of that stuff because we're actually doing the stuff for them. So. Oh, and you're coming to Vegas. Nice. That's going to be great. John, you're welcome. Awesome. Well, we have one more thing to do before we go, and that is...
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money,
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Cheating, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
Boom. All right. We are going to give away some Cash App money. So here is what I would like for you all to do. If you just go into the comments of wherever you are watching this stream and put in hashtag free site, I'm going to do a drawing here in a minute, and the lucky winner is going to get $25 in cold hard cash sent to them via Cash App. We're actually going to give away 2 of those, so $50 total. So just put in hashtag free site wherever you're watching this stream, and I am going to do the drawing. While you guys are putting that in, just a reminder, if you do not have our AI Profit Center snapshot, we do offer it for free when you sign up for a 30-day trial of High Level through our link. Now, the reason that we promote High Level is because this is what we use in our agency. So for those of you that may be new to Nick and myself, we just recently started talking about High Level a lot more, actually at the beginning of this year. That's because for the past 2 years, we have been testing and vetting and working out all the processes that we've been using High Level for in our agency. So we do not teach or train on things that we do not use in our own business. So High Level has become such an intricate part of what we do at the agency that for us to effectively show you what we're doing and how we're doing things, you just need to have a High Level account. So we pretty much just assume if you want to use our strategies and do the things that we're doing in our agency, that you're going to use High Level, because we found that to be the least expensive and best solution for the things that we do over at the agency. So everything we train on is that. So if you want to get a free 30-day trial, get our snapshot with things pulled from the agency, you can just go to that link you see scrolling on the screen, offlinesharks.com/profit-center. All right, let's go back to our giveaway. So I'm going to do our drawing for our first $25 in Cash App money goes to dun, da, 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 Brian Wade. Brian, congratulations. $25 in Cash App money coming your way. Brian, all you have to do is give us your Cash App tag. You can go to offlinesharks.com/support. Let us know there. The team will get you squared away. All right, we are going to do, let me make sure you guys get your hashtag free site in there. Okay, here we go. The next $25 Cash App winner is Barbara. Congratulations, Barbara. Nice to see you in there. Excellent stuff. Thomas, did you get squared away with your access issue? I moved here. I let the team know to get you helped out. I just want to make sure you got squared away. Awesome. Congratulations to our winners. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go, Barbara. Awesome stuff. Way to go, Brian. And look, I'm going to be here next Friday, the same time, same Shark channel. So come hang out, bring your questions. Any problems you run into along this week, please come and ask your questions on the next live coaching call I do next Friday. Love to hang out. And until then, stay safe, practice, aloha, and I'll see y'all next week.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam session. We've helped thousands just like you start and scale their businesses. If you'd like our help to grow your business, go to the link on your screen now and let us know how we can help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.